What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how programmatic reporting and insights might change and evolve because of AI. First, let me just say this. The changes that we're seeing right now with AI are just mind-blowing to me. If you had told me just 5 years ago that AI was going to cause this much disruption, I would have told you, you're crazy. I would have been in denial. Because you know how it is. Human beings, we don't like change. In fact, the only time that we accept change is when things are really, really bad. That's when we're just like, you know what? I'm just going to embrace this change. With this AI thing, it's really causing a lot of disruption. Not to mention, the economy is not doing well. People are getting laid off. It's just a compounding effect at this point. There were years where clients really cared about metrics like impressions, clicks, and click-through rates, and even things like video completion rates when they were running programmatic campaigns. But I think we're going to start to see a shift. The reason why we're going to start to see a shift is because programmatic is not new to a lot of people, especially a lot of clients. It was new to a lot of clients, let's say 10, 15 years ago. It was relatively new. So a lot of people would ask for a lot of data. Also, when they were asking for a lot of data back in the day, they had the luxury of having a lot of people with eyes on that data. But there's something that has changed here in 2025, which is layoffs. When you have a lot of layoffs, companies look to implement a lot of efficiencies into their systems and processes. So let's say 5 years ago, an agency or let's say a client would have a team of like 3 or 4, reporting and insights experts. It'll be the CMO, and then he would hire a bunch of people below him, a bunch of analysts, people that know how to read reports that are coming in from all of these vendors. So it used to be that CMO would have to hire like 3 people to translate all this information, all this data. Maybe it could be through platforms like Datorama or Tableau. So you would need somebody to present that data, that information to the client and make sense of it. But now with AI can replace these people. This is why you're seeing a lot of mass layoffs. I'm not saying the role of an analyst or a reporting expert is going to go extinct. What I'm saying is that there are tools out there in the marketplace that can replace these roles and do a better job. So a lot of these people that used to be only insights people, they're going to have to rebrand. They're going to have to look for ways to add value to the industry. There are a bunch of agencies that I used to work for years ago. I'm talking about 10 years ago. So that's a long time. Even 5 years ago is a long time at this point, especially with AI. There used to be agencies that would hire a whole team of people to put together data and get that data to be imported into like a Tableau or Datorama, whatever reporting system the client wanted, and to make sure that data was accurate. But now, those people are going to be out of work because AI can do all of that more efficiently. I recall a time where we had a problem matching data from like a DSP with the reporting tool. I think it was at the time it was Datorama. We spent maybe like a week back and forth. It was 3 or 4 people involved in it. I had to pull first-party data from the DSP, format it into a spreadsheet, send it over to another person. That person took it over to another person. And then that person uploaded it manually into Datorama. And then there was another person on top of that would present all this data. And even then, that data was not 100% accurate. And that pissed off the client. But with AI, all these headaches are gone now. There are CMOs that are already ahead of this technology. They have learned how to utilize AI to ensure that data is extracted accurately from whatever vendors they're dealing with, whatever agencies they're working with, so that they don't necessarily need a team anymore. It's just one guy, that CMO, and a bunch of AI machines or AI assistants that cost almost next to nothing for like $50 a month. It's crazy. We are now witnessing the evolution of this industry, and it's either you keep up or you go extinct. In my 2 decades in this industry, I've noticed and come across a lot of people that have refused to evolve with the changing times, and those people end up getting extinct. And I don't want the same thing happening to you, which is why I'm sharing all this information. That's why I started this YouTube channel, because I understand what we're facing is brutal. What I'm saying is, with this new phase of AI, these CMOs are not going to care about things like impressions. They're not going to care about things like CTRs. They're not going to care about how many clicks the campaign is getting. They're going to care about one metric, depending on what industry. So if they're a retailer, they're going to care about foot traffic. That's the number one key metric they're going to care about. All companies are looking to maximize efficiency with AI. So which means that it's going to be one CMO doing the job of like 10 people with a bunch of AI assistants. So he doesn't have time to figure out how many impressions this campaign is getting or how many clicks or how many CTR. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't have time. He's on the clock. Have you guys seen the stock market? It's plummeting right now. There's a lot of panic happening in these companies. They don't have time to waste. This is why they're just laying off thousands of people. All the CMO is going to be doing is going to be focusing on that one metric, like I said. So you as the agency or as a marketer, that's all you should be focusing on, because this guy doesn't have time anymore. He's overwhelmed. So if you're going to present all these other metrics, it's all fluff to him. Because a lot of these CMOs, they're well versed in programmatic. They're well versed in digital terminology. Telling them about how many impressions the campaign got is a complete waste of time. All he cares about is how many people have come to my store so I don't get fired. Because he's seen his buddies getting laid off, and he's the only one that has survived that job. If they're an online retailer, they want to focus on what is the cost to acquire a customer. And that's the key metric. If they're an insurance company, what is the cost for a quote, insurance quote? That's what they care about. All this other stuff is fluff. Why are we wasting time? There's no time to waste. The economy is collapsing. And I hope you got some value from this video if you're ready to work with the best. This means we're going to cut out the fluff. We're going to focus on how to get you to triple your ad conversions using programmatic ads. This means that everything that we do, we ask, can AI do this first? Can AI do a better job? If AI can do a better job than me, I'm implementing AI all day. That's what we focus on. We're not dealing with the normal economy anymore. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Schedule some time, and I'll talk to you soon.